Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review the Grinch that Stole Christmas, or that a Ron Howard 2000 movie, live action movie, or as it's otherwise known, sometimes known as Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But I could have called The Grinch Stole Christmas. And what happened was it was kind of weird. When this movie first came out in 2000, I really had no desire to see it, and my dad didn't either and stuff. I know it won some Academy Awards for makeup, and I know Jim Carrey, who was completely covered, said on Tonight Show, said the makeup drove him nuts. I can just imagine. Completely covered with that weird, like, so it was real itchy and stuff like that, that weird thing with your hands and stuff like that, and you couldn't feel anything. I could just imagine. That'd be maddening. But, I mean, he gets paid big bucks for that. But they do things that, the makeup artists do things to try to keep the actors calm too. That's why I was told, anyways. And what happened was, I can tell you my history with the Grinch movies too. Stephen was talking. I was at my sister's over the weekend for Christmas. I really gonna put this video up Christmas, but I had so many videos up for Christmas. I'm gonna put up Tuesday at 6 o'clock. And Steve was saying that they're gonna be doing a remake of Grinch Stole Christmas. I was like, another one? Said yeah, and I said I didn't even see the Ron Howard one, 2000. He said I should see it. It's incredible. He said it's incredible. I know, and he said it's on Netflix. I know it's on Netflix. I just never bothered to watch it. So I decided to see it, and I want to tell you my review of that, and then my history with the Grinch and stuff. I didn't think it was as good as he did. I know a lot of critics hated it, saying that Jim Carrey pretty much carried the movie on himself, on his own shoulders, the whole movie. You know, they stretched like a 25-minute cartoon into a Christmas special cartoon into an hour and 44 minutes. And a big budget movie, live action film. And they were talking about, how ugly it looked and how padded out it was. I agree with some of that. I think Jim Carrey was asked to do, he pretty much carried the whole movie on his shoulder, almost. Except for the dog. The dog was fantastic. The little girl, Cindy Lou, was fantastic. His one love interest, Martha, I think they added that in there, was fine. And then maybe Jeffrey Tambor, the mayor, a little bit. But, most of the characters in Whoville were so boring, and they were actually kind of jerks throughout the most of the movie. You still liked the Grinch. You still liked Jim Carrey, even when he was being a bad guy for the most part. Because he was a bad guy, but he wasn't super bad. He was just misunderstood, I guess. And then when they finally, but I liked some of the things in the movie. I liked a lot of the set design, some of the effects. I liked the vehicles real well. And then there were some little effects that were really cool. The making for the Grinch was fine. For the other characters, I know that's how it's supposed to look, but it looked weird live action. I thought it was okay. I just think, it's way padded out. You can tell they pad out huge sections, right? And it just seemed like it went on forever. It seemed like a 3-hour epic instead of like an hour and 44-minute epic. They spent a lot of money on it. I like how Jim Carrey wasn't incredibly funny, but he did a lot of cultural jokes. And then he even did, when they finally got to the story, they did get to the story of stealing Christmas. They had a part with a dog, and his dog was supposed to be like Rudolph, and he said, here's your motivation. And then he put on like the hat like Ron Howard. He did a Ron Howard thing, which I thought was funny. And there was a few jokes in there that were funny and made me laugh, including kissing the dog's butt. That's always funny. And the cat. And then animals are generally funny anyways. It's okay. I didn't like the song, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, they used in the movie. The original one was the best. And they even replayed that when I went to the bank to cash my check Friday. Well, no, late Friday afternoon, because Friday was weird. They played that song, but the week before, I know they were playing Ozzy. They played No More Tears. I thought was cool. Overall, I give it a mild 7 out of 10. It's okay, and it's weird that NBC was going to have it, show the original Grinch Who Stole Christmas, then show the Ron Howard one. I think they're further off sticking with It's a Wonderful Life, but I guess USA, they gave that to USA or something like that. I finally saw it last year, and that was really good. But what happened was it launched a whole bunch of Dr. Seuss movies because it made money. And then it launched the Cat in the Hat movie, and I had absolutely no desire to see Cat in the Hat. I don't care. Right? I'm not a big Mike Myers fan anyways. And they don't show the Cat in the Hat half-hour special that much. I think the last time I saw it was in kindergarten or second grade. I really enjoyed it. I know Anson took Taylor and AJ to see it when they were kids, and he was pissed because he said a lot of that wasn't age-appropriate, the humor in there. I didn't see it, though. And then the only one I did see was in 2003, 2004. I mean, I used to take Taylor and AJ to the Dollar Theater. Now the only game in town now near is Tinseltown. And then, well, the movie house, but the movie house isn't the same thing. Movie house is something different, but I mean for movies. Because they got rid of the Dollar Theater in 2012. I used to take Taylor and AJ out to see lots of movies over the weekend or on vacations, if they had anything good. And Horton Hears the Who played there, and that was another padded out one. I wasn't really interested in seeing it, but I thought it was an okay movie. I think Jim Carrey did the voice of the elephant, too, if I'm not mistaken. And then I know my niece liked that part where he's on Brittany and goes, "I'm as light as a feather," and he falls or something like that. That was only okay. And that was pretty much it for the movies. And then I guess they brought back, in 2014, the Lorax. I heard the Lorax is supposed to be really good. I didn't see that. Now, as far as my history with, like Dr. Seuss, I know my dad didn't like Dr. Seuss. I know Green Eggs and Ham, and they had, like, the Foot Book and stuff like that. I had some of those books as a kid growing up. And they had the original Crinch That Stole Christmas made in 1966 with Boris Karloff. I know his wife or his daughter was talking about it. He said that was, Boris Karloff said that was the best work he's ever done. The most proudest he's ever been in anything he's ever done. And, I mean, the original Crinch That Stole Christmas, 66 one, 1966, was a fantastic. That's a full-on 10 out of 10. That's a classic right there. Even the Cat in the Hat one was really good, but, I mean, they don't play it. And I remember TBS or TNT was saying there was a new one, or like a sequel or a prequel to Cat in the Hat, which I watched, and it's really depressing, talking about his mom and stuff like that. And I cried something like that. I don't want to see this one ever again. It's too much of a bummer. But I like that, and like I said, I like the Cat in the Hat cartoon, but the Ron Howard one's okay. I guess they're going to be doing a remake cartoon of this one. They said that kids might have been too scared by the Jim Carrey one, but I think Jim Carrey didn't play a completely bad guy. It was only okay. So I give it a 7 out of 10, but I want to dedicate this to Steve Semecki by telling me about this. I knew that Crinch That Stole Christmas was on Netflix, but I didn't know if I wanted to see it. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. What the hell? But I don't care if I ever see the Cat in the Hat. Except for the cartoon. I'd watch the cartoon again. But I mean, those other ones are classic. I think Chuck Jones did all those ones. So, hope you liked this review. I was going to put this on Christmas, but, I already mentioned Tuesday at 6 o'clock. So I hope you liked this video. Until next time, bye, please. Take care, my legion.